as Murray State hosts the Southeast Missouri State Indians. I'm Ron Hines along with Mike Mitchell. And Mike, tonight, Murray State 7-1 in the conference, and they're really putting themselves in a place to win this year's conference title.
They're up by 1 over Austin Peay. One thing in common with these two teams, they both played Austin Peay. Murray has won their ball game. The Indians just coming off a loss to Austin Peay. They're 7-1. These two teams, as we know, Ron, don't like each other. This is an atmosphere for great collegiate basketball here tonight.
Yeah, they've got them packed in here at Racer Arena. It should be a good one. Southeast is 8-9 overall and 3-5 in the OVC. The Racers are 7-1 and 14-4. We'll be back with a look at the starting lineups in tonight's ball game after this. Hosting the Southeast Missouri State Indians, here are your starting lineups. First of all, for the Indians, at the forwards, Peely Robinson and Luther Bonds. The center is 6'9" Jamal Morgan. The little guys, Curtis Shelton and Jerry Freshwater at the guards. Morgan, the OVC Newcomer of the Week.
Received those honors after 2 great outings, 28 points and 14 boards in 2 games. Morgan hot from the field, shooting 60%, 11 of 18. He can hit them down from the free ones too, 6 of 9. Morgan can really help Southeast tonight with a big effort.
And now for the Murray State Racers, starting at the forwards, Antoine Horde at 6'6". The other forward is Lawrence Bussell. The center is 6'7" Jerry Wilson. And the guards are Marcus Brown and Cedric Gum. Brown is the hot hand.
Clearly one of the top sophomores in the nation. Leads the Racers with 17.7 per contest. Tossed in 28 huge points in the win over Tennessee State. OVC player twice in this season. 4th in field goals at 52%. Brown, one to watch for the Racers.
It should be a good one. Southeast Missouri State against the Murray State Racers. Back with the opening tip-off after this.
Hi, I'm Chad Cochran, sales manager at Toyota of Maury.
A good crowd, probably not a complete sellout, but an excellent crowd in the neighborhood of 5,000 to watch tonight's action. And we gave you the starting lineups, but in the last moment, Ron Shoemate has made a change. He is going to start at a guard position, or actually a forward. Mark Johnson, a 6'4" junior from L.A., instead of Peely Robinson. He's doing that to stay away from the press, and that is Coach Edgar's game plan.
That is Coach Edgar's game plan. I had the opportunity to talk with both coaches, Ron, before tonight's ball game. Coach Edgar will go full court man-to-man pressure early in this ball game. I think both coaches will go deep in this ball game. We'll see some platooning from the Murray State Racers. They're at the top of the heap in the OVC, 7-1, leading Austin Peay, coming off a huge win on Monday night over Tennessee State. The road woes, hopefully, if you're a Southeast fan, will cease here tonight. This is a hostile environment if you're a Southeast fan. The Murray State Racers bring them out in force for sure here in Ohio Valley Conference basketball.
Well, the Indians should be used to it. They just played games at Tennessee State on Saturday night, losing a tough ball game. Then they lost a tough ball game at Austin Peay on Monday night. So they're looking for their first road win of the year here tonight at Racer Arena. That 3-game road trip facing the top 3 teams in the Ohio Valley Conference. You see Coach Edgar getting ready for the ball game here tonight, as the crowd will soon be introduced to the starting lineups here. Coach Edgar with the officials. Edgar 49-29 in his 3rd season.
And a new do, if you'll notice. He made a bet or made a promise to his team if they would win 6 ball games in a row, he'd have his head not shaved, but he's got a burr haircut. That's the new do and the new look of the head coach of the Murray State Racers, Scott Edgar, in his 3rd season, off to a good start. And this is not an official word, but I had the opportunity to talk with the sports information here, Dave Ramey. He told me if Coach Edgar wins this ball game tonight, Ron, it would be the quickest 50th start of any coach in the history of Murray State basketball.
Well, he's certainly doing an outstanding job. On the other bench, Ron Shoemate, 272 wins, 111 losses in his 13th season at Southeast. Overall, he's 411 and 171 in his 20th season as a head coach. Going into this season, percentage-wise, he was the 18th winningest coach in NCAA Division I. The starting lineup's being introduced. That's Mark Johnson. He is the surprise starter here tonight for the Indians in the place of Peely Robinson.
This broadcast is the property of KBSI TV and Murray State University, and is intended solely for the use of KBSI's TV viewing public. KBSI TV reserves any and all rights associated with this broadcast. Any unauthorized reproduction, rebroadcast, or distribution is punishable by federal law. Good crowd, Ron. This one, as you know, we were alongside for 2 games last season when these two teams met. Both teams very competitive last year. I think we'll see an outstanding basketball game. If the Indians show up and have their competitive nature tonight, they'll give the Murray State Racers a run for their money on their home floor.
Well, a game here last year, if it's going to be anything like that, you better get the Malox bottle by the TV set, because we had one that went right to the buzzer last year. Looked like Southeast had an opportunity to win, but Murray State came up with a big steal, got a basket and a foul, and went on to win by 4, but it was just an outstanding ball game.
Well, it was an outstanding ball game, and one of the players we'll see tonight, Cedric Gum, he stepped up to the forefront with 27 points in that ball game, had 5 rebounds, and of course, we remember Frankie Allen, but we also remember what 2 great games former outstanding Southeast player Devon Lake had. What a talent he is.
Yeah, he had a great ball game. One thing about it, this year's leading scorer for the Indians, Curtis Shelton, and he's the leading three-point shooter in the Ohio Valley Conference. He is 7th nationally in three-pointers per game, 9th nationally in percentage, 51% from three-point range. But last year in the Murray State games, he had 2 points in the first game, 4 in the second. That's him on the you're looking at right now. He'll have to have a better game than that if the Indians are to pull the upset here tonight.
Well, that's for sure, Ron. And of course, throughout the ball game tonight, we'll be trying to select our player of the game, our Patrick Davis player of the game tonight, and also be looking, hey, I don't think there's any doubt about it, we'll have some stuffs tonight. We'll be looking for our Cook Portable Warehouse stuff of the ball game. For those 2 things tonight, it'll be exciting basketball. I'm really excited to be alongside for this one. The atmosphere here at Racer Arena, it's second to none in Ohio Valley Conference basketball.
Earlier tonight, the Southeast Missouri State women's team defeated Murray State 70-61. That makes Southeast women 5-4 in the OVC, 11-7 overall. Grace C. Harris had a career high for the Otakians tonight with 29 points as the Otakians of Southeast Missouri State defeated Murray State 70-61 in the opener. Well, we're ready for the tip-off now at Racer Arena in Murray, Kentucky. As the Racers out on the floor, the Indians about to come out. The Racers will have Antoine Hort and Lawrence Bussell at the forwards, Jerry Wilson at center, Marcus Brown and Cedric Gum are the guards. The Indians will have Luther Bonds and Mark Johnson at the forward. And tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Southeast Missouri Hospital, your healthcare team for life. Jumping center, and they've made a change in their starting lineup because Michael James is jumping center. He's starting at the center position. He did that in their last game, and they got a win at Tennessee State, so James is in there as the Indians control the tip and have the basketball. Murray State playing man-to-man as the Indians get it inside to Johnson. Bonds will shoot a long 3, and Morgan with the rebound. He was the OVC newcomer of the week. In conference play, he's averaging right at 7 rebounds per game. So Southeast keeps the basketball. Shelton goes by the three-point line and nails it 2. So Shelton gives Southeast the early lead, 2-0. The Racers bring it back. Southeast will play man-to-man. They will use zones at time tonight, but they start in the man. And the Racers work it out front. Marcus Brown, 28 points Monday night. And he got his first 2 here tonight. So Marcus Brown with a 2-pointer.
Touted as one of the best sophomore talents in the nation. Brown stepped to the forefront. He's also been the OVC Player of the Week twice this season. He is really a talented young man.
Southeast working the basketball against the Racer man-to-man. Bonds going baseline, turnaround jump shot, no good, and a foul is called. They've got Johnson for a push. So Mark Johnson picks up the first foul of the night. That goes the first team foul against Southeast Missouri, and the Racers will have the basketball, and the Indians will pick up with full court token pressure as Freshwater guards Gum. Gum had 49 points in the 2 games against Southeast last year. So he loves to play against the Indians.
He's steady. He's the floor leader, the floor marshal of this Murray State team. He's been so consistent in the stabilizer.
Brown from 3 can't get it, and Luther Bonds has the rebound to Morgan. Southeast on the break, 3-on-2. Johnson from 3, got it. Mark Johnson, a late starter, gets a 3, and Southeast goes up 5-2. Gum back in a hurry on the transition, lost it out of bounds, but it went off of Freshwater, and the Racers will play it in. The Racers don't waste any time bringing it down.
They have the ability to kick it up the floor. I think that's one thing that Coach Shoemate was concerned about in tonight's ball game was the transition game of Murray State and their defensive pressure.
Bussell will inbound it, gets the ball into Brown for another three. This one's good. So Brown has the first 5 points of the ball game, and we're tied at 5.
Brown's been shooting about 60% from the field. He is 2 for 2 from just inside the three-point arc here tonight.
Southeast with the basketball. Curtis Shelton, one of the leading three-point shooters in the nation, away to Bonds, inside to Morgan. Now Shelton open from 3 in the corner. It's off the back of the rim, and Gum comes down. 2-on-2 break. Gum, nice move to the hole, no good. Rebound to James. His shot up, good, and he's fouled. So James got the stick back, and he was fouled on the play. Ron Shoemate wanted a walk. You'll take another look at it.
And we will get another look as James down with a rebound. Just couldn't see right there in the picture. But Michael James, the 6'8", 215-pound center out of Gary, Indiana, just might have taken an extra step. Coach Shoemate wanted the call, didn't get it. James at the line. He is a 63% free throw shooter.
He drains this one, and the Racers go up 8-5. The foul was on Johnson, his second. Murray State with token pressure. When they put the press on, it'll be a lot more than they showed on that sequence. Southeast with the old figure 8 out front now. Johnson with the basketball, goes to Bonds, baseline drive, lost the ball, goes out of bounds off of Bonds. So Bonds with a baseline move, couldn't control the basketball. And Ron Shoemate not happy with that turn of events, and Keely Robinson will report in at the first opportunity.
The old figure 8, Southeast trying that motion offense to open up something along the baseline.
Now Gum operating against Freshwater. There's 2 of the quickest players in the OVC. Bussell on a drive into the key, no good. Rebound to Johnson of Southeast. Johnson down in a hurry. He'll fire up another 3. This one's off the mark, and it's rebounded by Bussell. And Murray's back in a hurry. Brown fakes the 3, goes in for the 2, missed it. Rebound to Johnson. I tell you, Johnson, a surprise starter. He's been on that basketball a lot tonight. He's only 6'4", but he has about 3 rebounds. Now they say the ball is out of bounds. Ron Shoemate thinking that perhaps his man was knocked out of bounds, but Brown will play it in right next to his coach, Scott Edgar. As the Indians come down, Keely Robinson, number 34, just reporting into the ball game, replacing Bonds. 8-5, Murray by 3 with the basketball. Brown goes inside on a lob to Wilson, and it's stolen by Morgan. Good backside defense by Southeast. And Freshwater's back in a hurry. Gets it underneath to Robinson. His shot up, no good. And the rebound comes down to James, to Bussell. Bussell lays it up and in. Nice transition basket by Murray State.
If they get the step on you, they'll beat you every time. They've got a lot of speed and quickness on this Murray team. That's all they needed was the one step on the Indians, and answered with their 10th point of the ball game.
Into 5. Murray now, nice drive by Johnson, but blocked by James. Rebounded by Morgan. Johnson goes right back in, out to Freshwater. Tried to get it to Shelton. Now gets it to Robinson, and he's fouled. Robinson fouled by Brown, so Brown commits the first foul of the night for Murray State, and Robinson will shoot a pair. Take another look.
They work it inside. Here's the shot by Southeast. You can see clearly the foul. That's going to send Robinson, Keely Robinson, to the line. He's a 60% free throw shooter. This will be his 36th trip of the season to the line.
So Keely Robinson out of Kansas City, Missouri, via Fort Scott Junior College the last 2 years, goes to the free throw line for the Indians, who trail by 5 here in the early going. First free throw is good by Robinson. He'll get another. 10-6, Southeast trailing by 4. Murray State with a lot of size in there now, with James, Wilson, and Bussell all in the lineup. Robinson sinks them both. So we have a timeout on the floor as the Racers lead Southeast Missouri State by a score of 10-7.
Parsons Motor Company, your full-line GM dealer, has the largest selection of new and used cars and trucks in the area. Choose from a wide variety of classy Cadillacs. Ride in comfort with Oldsmobile. Take it to the limit with a Chevrolet. Or kick back in an economical Geo. When you're serious about buying a car or truck, then come to Parsons Motor Company. They will not be undersold. Parsons Motor Company, Highway 45 North in Mayfield, Kentucky.
They're back. The Taco Bell Wild Tacos and Burritos. As tasty as the originals, with one little difference. They're hot, man.
Pardon me, where are you going with all that Bud Light?
The Lee family reunion.
Then I'm here for the Lee family reunion.
You're a member of the Lee family?
Yes, I am.
Right this way.
你是李中的老大。
Sure, Joe, sure.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
你真有点像他。
This scoreboard update is brought to you by Southwestern Bell Mobile Systems, your total value leader in cellular. 10-7. The Racers of Murray State leading Southeast Missouri State. 15:51 to go, and the Indians now showing a little zone press. Well, Murray State's a pressing team, but the Indians show a little press of their own, and Brown takes it coast to coast and threw it out of bounds. Ellie's got a lot of moves. He leads the team in scoring, assists, and steals. Now the press put on by the Racers. And they're in that 1-2-2 zone press. Shelton with the basketball, gets it across the timeline to Freshwater. And to Robinson, the Southeast works against the man-to-man. After the 1-2-2 zone press, they drop back to a man-to-man. Johnson open from three, got it squared up, but it's off the front of the rim. Ball retrieved by Brown. He stepped on the end line. He was toeing the end line, but he just toes slipped over.
Well, the ball went down in the hands of Morgan, and also Brown stepped over the line. It will be Indians basketball with 15:19 remaining here in the first half.
You know, it's hard to keep those 10s, 12s, 14s, or whatever they might be from being on the line if you're towing it. Now Keith Brooks, a senior from Memphis, will come into the lineup replacing Mark Johnson. Brooks had a big ball game down at Tennessee State at one time, hitting 3 straight three-pointers. Now Robinson with a turnaround, and we've got a one-point ball game, 10-9. Racers with the lead and the basketball. Shelton guarding Brown now as he sets up the Murray State offense against the Southeast defense. Good defense by Southeast. Now Bussell gets loose and away for a jump shot by Wilson, which is no good, and Jamal Morgan rips down the rebound.
Interesting defensive matchup with Michael James and Morgan.
There we had a shot up, and it was blocked. Ron Shoemade wanted goaltending, but no call, and Southeast, though, still has the basketball. Shelton with it. Kicks it back out to Freshwater. A whole new team getting ready to come in for Murray State. 5 new players. Ball loose. Jamal Morgan sitting on the court. Gets it away to Shelton. He goes in for the shot off the glass. No good. And the rebound comes down, and a long pass intercepted by Freshwater. Southeast has the ball, trailing by 1. Freshwater all the way to the hole, laid it up and in. Who says the little guys can't go into the trees? 11-10 Southeast.
All 5'8" of him, Jerry Freshwater out of Marion, Indiana, took it from half court, coast to coast up, challenged Murray State inside, and up by 1 now. The Indians are leading by 1.
Now Gum, a long three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Brown, his shot no good. Rebound brought down by Morgan, and Brown hurt his knee apparently when he came down, although he's up and running. Brooks with a basketball as Freshwater sets up the offense. Now Brooks underneath, almost lost it, gets it to Morgan. And he passed it to Robinson, but Robinson was out of bounds. Good ball movement by Southeast, but again, the sneaker got caught on the inline.
Well, you notice the blue paint in the middle here. The blue continues down along the outside baseline, and I think sometimes that kind of throws you off just a little bit. That's twice that's happened here in the last couple of minutes.
Well, Murray State has a whole new team in there. They'll have Kenneth Taylor and Vincent Rainey at the guards. The center will be big Antoine Teague, and the forwards out there, well, Marcus Jones is one of them. As we take a look, a long shot is up and in. So Marcus Jones nails a three-pointer, and it's 13-11. Down in a hurry, the ball knocked away out of bounds off Murray State. They made a number change there. We had Jones as 32, but apparently he's wearing number 31 here tonight.
I'll make my correction real quick.
Sutton was open underneath. Shot rejected by Teague. Rebounded by Morgan. Good hustle by Morgan.
That was Teague's 46th block on the season.
He's a big rejector. Now Sutton gives it away underneath to Robinson. His shot up and in. Feely Robinson on a feed. It's all tied at 13. Jones with the basketball, started his career at Alabama, and he scores again. He's instant offense.
Instant offense for Jones, playing hard. Only one semester of eligibility left.
And Brooks nails one off the backboard. Southeast has tied the game at 15. Well, we thought it'd be a good one. They're racing and roaring right now here at Racer Arena. Horn fires a three. No good. Rebound to Teague, knocked away by Freshwater. Ball loose. And Teague's got it, and a foul is finally called. No place for the faint-hearted under there. They were banging bodies good. And the foul, and we've seen.
Get a look at the action inside again, Ron, as you see there in the right-hand side, the right-hand portion of your screen. Teague up with the shot. He'll go to the line for a pair. Teague overall on the season. This will be his 45th trip. He's 24 of 44 as we speak for 54%. One that you might want to send to the line later on in a very important ball game.
Now hitting only 54%, and he misses his first one. So another free throw coming for Antoine Teague. Started his career at Wren Lake, ran into some difficulties there, had to sit out his final year at Wren Lake, and has had 2 good years here at Murray State. Free throw is up and in, so Teague gets one and gives Murray State the lead by 2, 17-15.
Wall-to-wall pressure now by Murray State.
Sisley in the lineup for Southeast to Sutton. And to Freshwater. Southeast works. Brooks open from 3. In and out, no good. Rebound tipped around and comes off to the Racers. Rainey will bring it down. Out to Kenneth Taylor. As this mass substitution, just like football. Rainey drives in, gets it off the back of the board, no good. Rebounded by Sisley. 17-15, Racers by 2. Southeast with the basketball. The Indians work against the man-to-man. Sutton guarded very closely out front by Rainey. Gets the ball away to Brooks. Brooks goes baseline. Nice drive. Ball knocked away, though, out of bounds. And it'll be Southeast basketball from under the basket. We have a timeout on the floor. Good ball game at Racer Arena. It's Murray State 17, Southeast Missouri 15.
I can't control the weather.
The forecast calls for more sunshine and a high.
But I do have the power to choose the right seat. Pioneer brand 3394. Count on it.
When you rotate from corn to soybeans, stay with the brand that gives you a proven yield advantage. Pioneer. See your Pioneer dealer for the soybean varieties right for you.
Give your furniture a new look during Rustin Martin's winter decorating sale. Rustin Martin reupholsters. They don't just recover. Choose from hundreds of beautiful fabrics and have it hand-tailored to your furniture. Plus, you can add additional warmth and beauty to your home when you select custom draperies from Rustin Martin. Find your favorite fabric from thousands of samples and get free labor on custom-made lined floor-length draperies. The savings are big during the winter decorating sale at Rustin Martin, Cape Girardeau, and Paducah. Decorating fine homes like yours since 1933.
Honey, have you seen my garden hose? Never mind, dear. I found it.
Are you still stumbling around looking for your stuff? Well, with a Cook Portable Warehouse, you'll always know where to find it. Plus, you'll get a lifetime warranty against decay and termites.
Honey, I need my bowling ball.
So when you need room for your stuff, call the Stuff Line at 1-800-772-STUFF for the dealer nearest you.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Southeast Missouri Hospital, your healthcare team for life, and by Budweiser, Beechwood Age, for a crisp, clean, classic taste.
The Murray State Racers have the lead 17-15. Southeast will play the ball from underneath. They have 16 seconds remaining on the shot clock once they inbound it, and they're having trouble, and Keith Brooks calls a timeout. You hate to lose a timeout in a game like this because you only get 3 timeouts. Oh, we have a timeout on the floor quickly with 11:27 remaining. Racers 17, Indians 15.
Why did you hire a lawyer?
Since the accident, we don't have your dad's income. We need help.
The law offices of Patrick Davis understand that families of accident victims are victims too. The loss of a loved one can create emotional and financial burdens the insurance companies don't always see.
I hired a lawyer because now I have to look out for all of us.
The law office of Patrick Davis helps accident victims. Call 334-4448. We're in your corner.
Coleman Roads in West Frankfort presents the Strato Lounger Comfort Center, featuring recliners, motion sofas, and reclining sectionals. Coleman Roads has a Strato Lounger that will fit your comfort zone in many fabrics, colors, and sizes. Make your home as comfortable as you want it to be. Strato Lounger combines comfort and function with style. Experience the Strato Lounger Stress Away Massage Recliner. Make your house a home at Coleman Roads in West Frankfort.
How do you capture the beauty of winter and still shield yourself from the cold? How can you gaze across hot sand and yet shield away the blistering sun? We suggest weather shield windows. And because of the variety of America's landscape, the nearly endless variety of weather shield windows offers the perfect place to start.
Available at Myers Lumber Company Incorporated in Mayfield, Murray, and Paducah.
So after the timeout, Sisley will inbound it, gets it into Bonds, right back to Sisley for the jumper. Well, they used the timeout to good advantage, got a good basket out of Sisley, and this game is tied at 17. Rainey still, they've got their second 5 in this platoon system, still playing for Murray State.
That was Coach Edgar's game plan. He has the ability to go 10 or 11 deep. So does Coach Shoemate. Has chose not to do that yet, but very important that he has 5 guys ready to get going.
Now Rainey is fouled by Sutton. Again, Ron Shoemate calling for the thing. Now Sutton goes nose to nose with Rainey. Well, that's what you call trash talk, nose to nose.
No, as we said at the opening of our broadcast here this evening, these two teams genuinely do not like each other.
It's the 4th foul called against Southeast. Murray State has committed 1 foul. Shelton back in, replacing Freshwater. Now, although they're not substituting by platoon, Southeast has rested everybody now. Everybody has had a rest. Shelton got about a minute, and he's back in there as Rainey is at the free throw line.
You know, Ron, we were talking before our broadcast here this evening how important the home advantage is. Murray State 10-1, losing only to now 18th ranked St. Louis, the Billikens. And Southeast, on the other hand, they're 7-2 at home at the Show Me Center. So both teams like that home cooking.
And the Indians will be at home on Saturday night to go against Dick Fick in the Moorhead Eagles. Second free throw no good, and Brooks gets the rebound, falls down, and it'll be Murray State basketball. 11 minutes remaining, first half. The Racers have the ball in a 1-point lead. Ron Shoemate not real happy with the way things are transpiring officiating-wise as the inbounds pass will come in from Rainey. He's having trouble. The count is on. Finally gets it into a wide-open Taylor who scores. Well, Taylor, the defense was on, but he broke wide open down the key. 2017 Racers. Indians break the press. Now they lose it. Ball knocked away from Brooks, and here come the Racers. Very quick basketball team. Now Jones, he'll pump one from 3, and he got it. Jones nails a three. He has 8 points. 23-17. Racers by 6. Sisley still in the backcourt against the press. Gets the ball to Sutton. Sutton now double teamed. And the ball comes into Sisley. He's open for an easy jumper. Nice. Once you can break the press, you'll get good shots.
You will get good shots, and Sisley knew that. Took the jumper from about 14 out. Really smooth, fine touch by Matt Sisley.
23-19. Murray with the lead and the basketball. On the baseline, Rainey. He played for a 37-1 team last year. He gets the two-pointer.
Rainey got all he was going to get. The defense a little bit stingy that time by Southeast. Stopped from about 11 and popped it down through. Nice squirt up Jay.
Now Sutton is open from 3, and he nailed it. So James Sutton gets his first 3. 25-22. Racers by 3.
11 on the season from three-point land for James Sutton out of Detroit, Michigan.
Southeast has 4 players ready to report into the lineup. Well, 3. Murray's got a couple. Got to keep a scorecard, Andy. They're shuffling them fast and furious here tonight. Jones now drives into the key, and he traveled with it. So Jones gets the travel, and mass substitutions coming in. Morgan, got to take another look here at Jones.
Jones just takes about 3 too many, and the skipper up off the front of the iron took a little bit of orange off and down through the hoop, but Jones just a little too quick on the shuffle. And you got to give a little bit of credit defensively that time, Ron, to Southeast. They tried to block up the blue paint here at Racer Arena. Marcus Jones with the turnover, and Indians with the basketball.
And down quickly, Shelton gets the ball underneath to Morgan. He scores! So we've got a foul called. I think Morgan will have a chance for a 3-point play. And so Jamal Morgan, boy, talk about an improved player. You saw him early in the season. Take another look.
Morgan tries to put it up. He does. Gets a little bit of defense from the big guy. Antoine Teague, that is an assignment, shooting over 6'10". Antoine Teague, Morgan at the line to try to knock down the conventional 3-point play.
And it could tie the ball game. He does. Jamal Morgan, the OBC newcomer of the week, ties the game at 25 with 9:16 remaining. Zone press by the Indians. But Brown gets it across the timeline where he's double teamed. In trouble, gets the ball inside to Horde. He puts a J-line jumper, no good. Rebound to Horde, who dunked it. So Horde gets a stuff. That might be our stuff of the game. 27-25 Murray.
You're watching Fox 23 KBSI, serving Southeast Missouri, Southern Illinois, and Western Kentucky.
Luther Bonds with a 2 for Southeast. That ties it at 27. Well, baseline to baseline action. Hope you're enjoying it. Good one underway here at Racer Arena. Ford with the basketball. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound to Freshwater, the littlest guy on the floor. Freshwater brings it back, gives it off to Bonds. He goes inside, shoots it up, good. Bonds cleared some people away and got the 2. Indians by 2.
Steal a little phrase from you. No place for the faint-hearted. Bonds had his mind made up from about 10 out. He was taking it to the hoop.
Now Gum with the basketball out to Brown. Brown back in. Goes all the way to the baseline. Shot rejected by Bonds. Comes to Shelton. Southeast with the ball and a 2-point lead. Shelton will fire up a 3. No good off the back of the rim. Shelton's 0 for 2 from 3 tonight. And now Brown is fouled by Shelton. So Shelton fouls Brown. Against Shelton, that is his first foul. Team foul number 5 against Southeast.
Talking about 2 good ones going at it. Curtis Shelton and Marcus Brown. 2 real outstanding talents. Defensive pressure, both ends. We're going to get another look at it as Curtis Shelton's got the defensive assignment on Marcus Brown, this week's OVC Player of the Week in 2 games, 28 points, 14 boards, as Mike Crane checks into the lineup for the Indians of Southeast Missouri. Ron, this has been everything I thought it would be here in the first half.
That's a good ball game. We'll have these 2 teams later in the season at the Show Me Center. Brown, long 3, no good. Rebound to Bonds. Bonds can really get up, and he gets the ball away to Freshwater. Southeast with the basketball and a 2-point lead. Michael Crane goes inside to Morgan. He has the ball rejected, gets it to Crane, misses. Rebound Morgan. Morgan back up, got it. Well, great tenacity by Southeast to get the rebound basket. Indians by 4.
Great second effort. By the way, that was the 47th block on the season for Antoine Teague. Morgan certainly not intimidated by 6'10" Antoine Teague of Murray State.
Now Gum with the basketball, goes baseline, gets a shot away. It was no good, but it turned out to be a pass to Bussell. Maybe he planned it that way. Whatever, Bussell gets 2. The Murray fans love it, and Southeast's lead is 2. 1-2-2 zone press. Now they drop it back and go straight man-to-man as Freshwater works against Gum. Shelton inside to Bonds. His shot no good, but he was fouled. Nice pass that time by Shelton, and Bonds will go to the line to shoot 2, and Brown didn't like the way things are going.
One more quick good look at it as it comes inside. Here's the pass in traffic. Luther Bonds, turnaround, little hook shot, won't roll for him, but he's fouled and go to the line. If you'll notice, Ron, I've heard the great coaches say good defense create good offense, and it appears to me that Southeast Missouri State has really stepped up on the defensive end, creating some good offense at the other end. They're looking for some inside work from Morgan and Bonds, and it's been effective. 32-29. Bonds will go to the line once again. I think Southeast, the shorter of the two teams out here, they've done a nice job inside against a very tall and talented Murray State ball club.
Now James comes back in replacing Teague. Bonds will get another free throw, and he hits it. And Southeast goes up by 4, 33-29. Now Derek White comes in replacing Bonds for Southeast as Ron Shoemate rests his troops. Talk about some hard-nosed defense. I tell you, White will go belly button to belly button with the ball players as Brown brings it across the timeline against Shelton. I think the thing that has happened, there haven't been a lot of rebound or transition baskets by Murray State. That's when they're at their best. Now they almost lose it, but Brown saves it. Good hustle by Murray. Brown drives, shot no good, and a foul is called. Ron Shoemate protests the call, but it goes against Southeast. Take another look.
Good penetrating drive by Marcus Brown. Brown takes the shot. The blocking foul is going to be called inside on Southeast Missouri. It won't roll for Brown, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Brown overall on the season, pretty good free throw shooting stats on him up here in the 70s.
Yeah, he's better than that. 85% from the line, 89% in OVC games. And he drains the bottom of that one. He's a good one. Whatever part of the game you want to look at, Brown had to be amongst the best in the OVC.
Leads Murray State in steals with 35, so you know he can play at both ends of the court.
Second free throw is good. It's a 2-point ball game. Southeast leads 33-31. Now William Moore, a 6-foot junior from Indianapolis, comes in. He's their best 3-point shooter. He shoots it at a 45% clip. He and Michael Crane knew each other growing up in Indianapolis. He came over to the hotel to visit with Crane today. 33-31, Southeast with the lead and the basketball. And the Indians go to what they call their spread offense.
Moore checking into the ball game. Coach Edgar says he's got the classic stroke.
Oh, James fouled White. You could hear that one back in Cape Girardeau. No doubt about that one.
At least Paducah. We're going to get another look at it, and we hope you can not only look, but hear this one. As a lot of body that time. Michael James, 6'8", center out of Gary, Indiana, puts the hammer on Derek White out of North Little Rock, Arkansas, and White will go to the charity stripe. To our left, we're courtside. The fans are here in force at Racer Arena.
Derek White puts the free throw up and no good. He has really struggled from the line. He was 0 for 2 the other night at Austin Peay. And he's shooting about 40% from the line. He's shooting 50% from the field and 40% from the line. That's hard to figure.
But you touted his defense, and he has 13 steals for the Indians on the season.
White gets 1 of 2, and it's 34-31. Southeast by 3, and the Indians go to a 1-2-2 zone. Watch for Moore to try to get a long one up as Gum works the basketball. Back to Moore. And they move it around. Indians changing up the defense. Ron Shoemate like to keep a team confused, and Murray not in a real good flow right now, but a good drive, and the ball goes out of bounds, but off of White. 9 seconds on the shot clock as the Racers will play it in. Inbounding it will be Gum. Keep in mind, only 9 seconds on the shot clock. And he gets the ball into Bustle, and he lost it. Gum comes away for a three, no good. Rebound, Bustle with good hustle, and they've got a new 35. Now Bustle knocks it out of bounds off of Crane's foot, and it'll be Murray basketball. Bustle played his junior college basketball for Virgil Motzinger over at Southeastern Illinois.
Yep, Harrisburg way. Get another look at it. Bustle is trapped. He's going to bounce it off the foot of Mike Crane. Good smart move by Lawrence Bustle of Murray State. They'll reload.
Southeast stays in the zone, and Moore throws up the three. It's no good. Rebound James. He stepped out of bounds. Southeast basketball.
Momentum carried James out after the rebound. Stepped out the third time. We'll see it again. Here's James. Yep, good camera work right there for our guys here at Murray State. Good work. Michael James out of bounds, and Freshwater clears it into the front court.
Southeast has the ball and a three-point lead. 5:12 remaining first half. Southeast in that spread offense, and it's spread right down the middle. Now a shot up, but no good. We've got a offensive goaltending called against Crane. Well, Shelton got right down the middle, missed the shot. Crane went up to stuff it, missed it, but he gets a goaltending call anyway.
Well, no place for the faint-hearted once again. The missed shot, boom, it banged and clanged around the iron, didn't go down through. Offensive goaltending, 34-31. Indians by 3. 94 feet to go now for Murray State.
You can see he got the ball on the rim, and that's the right call. When it's on the rim and you touch it, it's offensive goaltending. So Gum back against the Southeast. Southeast now man-to-man. Nobody on Moore. He shoots a three and scores.
Classic stroke by Moore.
34-34. The game is tied. Sisley to Freshwater, back to Sisley. He's got an open layup. Sisley, nice inside pass from Freshwater. Southeast by 2, 36-34.
Good ball movement that time by Southeast. Kicked it inside, came back to the outside, and Sisley closes for the 36th point of the evening for the Indians.
Freshwater guarding Gum. Southeast playing man-to-man. Now Bustle gets the baseline on Crane, lays the ball away, and the shot is up and good by James.
Good handoff inside to James.
And a steal by Moore. The Racers get it right back. This is where they're at their best. Now the ball knocked away, but James thought about a three. He might never have seen another minute of play for the Racers if he fired that one. Now a foul called on Crane out front against Bustle. So Crane gets the foul. It is the 7th team foul, and it'll send Bustle to the line to shoot 1-1. We're tied at 36. You look at Scott Edgar. Young coach from Murray State, 49-29 in his third season, native of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
11 years under the master Nolan Richardson. The biggest compliment anybody's ever paid to Coach Edgar is when they compare. He said they play like Little Arkansas. That really makes him feel good.
They wish they played like Big Arkansas when they played earlier, because Nolan put it on them by 30, but that was early in the season. Now with the basketball out front is Freshwater as the Indians work in a tie ball game, 36-all. Shelton now double teamed, comes around the outside. Freshwater thought about a three to Bonds. He threw it away. Bonds tried to hit Sisley, and the ball goes out of bounds. We have a timeout on the floor. We're all tied at 36.
A full-service hospital is prepared around the clock to put your family first, to provide each major medical specialty and all the training, teamwork, treatment, and technology it takes to protect your family's life and health. If we couldn't offer you all this and more, we wouldn't be a full-service hospital, and we wouldn't be Southeast.
Your healthcare team for life.
Edgewater Glass Company. When it comes to your automotive glass replacement, remember the choice is yours. A safe windshield isn't replaced in an hour. It's important that if your windshield needs replaced, you go to professionals. Edgewater Glass Company. With certified auto glass technicians ready to serve you and hundreds of windshields in stock, Edgewater Glass Company knows the importance of safety and of having your windshield replaced properly. For everything that glimmers, shimmers, and breaks, it's Edgewater Glass Company.
The Enterprise faces disaster. We're not going to make it, Captain.
on Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Tonight at 10 on Fox 23 KBSI. Tonight's scoreboard update is brought to you by Southwestern Bell Mobile Systems. Now with cellular coverage to Arkansas, more people are going more places with Southwestern Bell Mobile Systems.
We hope you're enjoying Ohio Valley Conference action as Southeast Missouri State and Murray State are all tied up at 36 with 3:42 remaining in the first half of play. Southeast is led by as many as 4. Murray is led by as many as 6. But right now we're all tied at 36. Southeast full court man-to-man pressure. Gum gets the ball down to Wilson. And Murray State sets up, spreads the floor against the man-to-man. Shelton guarding Moore, the good three-point shooter. Moore gets a good drive out to Gum for a 3. No good. Nice rebound underneath by Wilson. He lost it, though. Freshwater, the little guy, makes some things happen there with the trees. To Barnes for the slam. Now there's a stuff of the game candidate.
No question about it. Perfect timing into Luther Bonds. He finishes big time. That one will loom very big in our Cook Portable Warehouse stuff of the game.
And Freshwater got the steal and dribbled it down and made the great pass. Moore with the basketball, guarded by Shelton, looking inside. Robinson with a real war with Wilson. Wilson gets around Robinson and scores. So Wilson gets his first basket. We're tied at 38, and now Gum has a steal. Gum goes in. Shot blocked by Sisley, but Sisley gets the foul. So Matt Sisley gets the foul. And it'll be a 2-shot free throw opportunity as Ron Shoemate yells out to his ball club.
There we see it again as Gum went up with a shot. A little bit of basketball and quite a bit of arm. Matt Sisley will be whistled for the foul. You know, Cedric Gum is just a classic, smart Division I basketball player. Well, he gets it done at both ends of the court for Coach Edgar. Each and every time he goes out. 61% from the free throw line overall on the season.
That's his first point of the night. That's really got to be good news for Southeast. He had 49 points in the 2 games last year, so he gets his first point with 2:34 remaining in the half. He has been held pretty well in check so far here tonight, but he is so explosive, he might still have 29 before it's over. Second free throw is good, and it's a 2-point Racer lead, 40-39. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. That Racer zone pressure starting to really turn it up a notch now.
Good foot speed, good hand speed by Murray State. Knocked the basketball out of bounds, the trigger from Luther Bonds.
Now Freshwater works against the Racer man-to-man. Indians trailing by 2. Remember, there's no 5-second call if you're dribbling. Bonds goes inside to Robinson. He goes back to Bonds. Bonds with a 15-footer. No good. Tip Robinson, no good. Robinson again, rejected by Teague. Rebounded by Bonds. Shelton from 3. No good. And the rebound comes to Gum. And he double dribbled, and the ball goes over to Southeast. Ellis moving so fast they can't keep up with the action on the floor. 2:01 remaining. Take another look.
Take another look. Yeah, we're going to get some good look at here. He loses possession, gains it back, and the turnover. In front of us to our left, Luther Bonds will trigger the inbound. By the way, Ron, that was the 3rd block of the evening for Antoine Teague. Now 48 overall on the season.
Freshwater working against Gum. Southeast trailing by 2. Inside to Morgan. He saves it. And gets the ball away to Shelton. As the Indians work against the Racer man-to-man. Bonds, nice drive, rejected by Teague. It goes to Gum. Gum to Bussell. Bussell drives, scores. Nice drive by Bussell, who has 6. 42-38. Murray State by 4. Here comes Freshwater. He gets it to Bonds. Indians no trouble with the break. And Shelton goes underneath to Robinson. Shot blocked by Teague. Rebound comes down to Gum. Gum brings it back for Murray State. Away inside, ball stripped by Freshwater. Shelton comes up with it, ball loose. Southeast basketball. Hey, that's fast and furious action.
Boy, if you're even thinking about touching that clicker, don't do it. This one has turned into a wild one. Well, we knew it would be. We just knew it would be.
42-38, Southeast trailing by 4 with the basketball. 1:05 remaining in the first half. Shelton with the basketball. Gets it away to Bonds. Then to Morgan. Morgan out to Freshwaters. Murray State playing a very aggressive man-to-man, and the big guy Teague swatting everything inside. Now Bonds up for the jumper, no good. And the rebound comes down to Robinson. To Bonds. His shot, no good. Bonds again, got it.
Great second effort by Luther Bonds. Teague was there to give him some trouble on the first one, but Bonds stayed with it for Southeast and nailed it. Murray State by 2.
29 seconds remaining, first half of play. The Racers will play for the final shot. The Indians go to a 1-2-2 zone. The crowd alive at Racer Arena. Good Ohio Valley Conference action. Murray by 2 with the basketball. We're down to, you see the time on your board as Horde puts a shot up, no good. Rebound loose, Freshwater has it. And he's stripped by Horde, who lost it and traveled. With 4.7 seconds remaining, Southeast gets the basketball. This scoreboard update is brought to you by Southwestern Bell Mobile Systems, your total value leader in cellular. Horde upset. As Southeast plays it in, they have 4 7/10 seconds to tie it or take the lead. And Shelton will bring it across the timeline. Shelton puts a shot off the glass, no good, and that's the end of the first half. At the end of one half of basketball, it is Murray State leading Southeast Missouri. Murray State 42, Southeast Missouri 40. Back with more after this.
It was the night after a game. I wanted to celebrate. So I went out and had some beers. No big deal. I felt okay. I was driving slow. It was a breath test I had a problem with. Cops took me in. I lost my license. I'm off the team. Everybody's all over me. I wish I'd thought of this before.
Missouri State University has been ranked as one of America's best colleges by U.S. News and World Report.
Well, it's a good one. Murray State leading Southeast Missouri 42-40 at the half. Well, Murray was 7-1 in the OVC, Southeast 3-5. But when regional rivals get together like this, Mike, you can throw away the record book. They're getting after it just like we thought they would.
Well, it's been a great game here in the first 20 minutes of this one. We've seen about everything we thought we would. We've seen pressure defense from both ends of the court. We've seen some transition, but not as much from Murray State. I think you've got to give credit to Southeast Missouri State. If you're Coach Ron Shoemate, I think you have to go in here at halftime thinking, hey, we're still in this ball game. Obviously, we've done a lot of right things. Coach Edgar, on the other hand, he's got a deep team. He can go 10, 12 deep. He's platooned here in the first half, saved some of his players off and on. This one's been a very intriguing first half, and I got to believe if you're of the faint-hearted, you better stay with us in the second half, because they're going to really get it on here in the last 20 minutes.
Well, Southeast has gotten 21 points out of their inside players, and that's a bit surprising. There have been some blocks, but Southeast players, their inside players, have stayed with it and gotten a lot of stickbacks even after blocks.
Well, good second effort. You know, Luther Bonds is working good on the inside. Jamal Morgan's working good. Teague, I believe he's got 5 blocks here. He leads the OVC in blocks. He had 45, I think, coming into tonight's ball game. So he has 50 blocks on the season, 5 of which are in the first half. He's intimidating, to say the least, but Southeast once again staying with it, coming back for that second and third effort and answering the call.
And they've gotten some transition baskets off of the zone press put up by Murray State. We've got a good one. It's Southeast Missouri State trailing Murray State at the half. It's Murray 42, Southeast Missouri 40. Back with more after this.
Parsons Motor Company, your full-line GM dealer, has the largest selection of new and used cars and trucks in the area. Choose from a wide variety of classy Cadillacs. Ride in comfort with Oldsmobile. Take it to the limit with a Chevrolet. Or kick back in an economical Geo. When you're serious about buying a car or truck, then come to Parsons Motor Company. They will not be undersold. Parsons Motor Company, Highway 45 North in Mayfield, Kentucky.
Oh, hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Bob. How's it going, man?
How's it going, man?
Great. Game's almost on. Got any Bud Light?
Sorry, I'm fresh out.
Fresh out. Fresh out.
Well, I'm out of here.
Hide the Bud Light. Joe's coming over. Hide the Bud Light.
Big mouth.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Come on, where'd you hide the Bud Light?
It's in the garage. In the garage.
You know, Ed, it's time your house did something nice for you.
Who are you?
I'm the boatman's guy, here to talk about home equity loans. Low rates, the interest is usually deductible. You just X out those taxes.
Mildred!
Mildred, come out here. It's about a home equity loan from Boatman's. Hey, Ed's pumped. He's happier than a gopher in soft dirt.
Welcome back to Racer Arena. It's the Racers 42, the Indians of Southeast Missouri State 40. A very special guest here at halftime. He's Bob Jackson, President and CEO of HT Marketing. Bob, thanks for being alongside. And
thanks for having me.
A great special project here, the new Special Events Center. It's underway here at Murray State University. Something's been in the planning for a long, long time. And I know you've been one of the movers and shakers, so to speak, of this new Special Events Center. It'll be grand.
Well, it's going to be a great project. This community's been working for over 20 years to make this happen, and finally it's going to become a reality. So hopefully in about 2.5 more years, we'll have a facility much like the Show Me Center that we can play basketball as well, do a lot of other different things in.
Well, I think, you know, initially the Kentucky legislature raised or appropriated $18 million, but that was certainly not enough to make this project a success. But the folks in Murray here, in the regional area, as well as yourself and a lot of other folks, have really pulled together and raised over $2 million to make this thing a reality.
That's right. The people of this community in this region are wonderful. And when we have some cause to stand up for, they rise to the occasion. And this project goes back 3 or 4 years, and the legislature appropriated $8 million, which was not nearly enough to build a facility like we needed. And under Brereton Jones, our current governor's administration, he appropriated another $10 million for a total of 18. Now a $20 million facility.
A $20 million facility, and it'll be constructed near the new football facility here at Murray State. Right. And it will just be phenomenal. It'll be used for basketball as well as concerts and trade shows and just a diversity of events.
Yeah, a lot of events. It's going to have a major impact economically on this region. It'll be a fun, wonderful facility that we'll look back many years from now and be very glad that we've done what we have.
Well, you know, we're sitting here right at center court of a beautiful facility here, Racer Arena. This is its 39th year. There's a lot of fond memories here, but I know that the folks here in this part of the country, here in Western Kentucky, they'll really enjoy this new facility. And I know that there's been a lot of people had a lot to do with raising over $2 million. Well, as a matter of fact, $2,332,383.88.
That's right. That's right. Wonderful. It's going to be tough though to leave Racer Arena. There's a lot of people who it's a great place to play basketball. You're close to the floor. It's a great place for the fans, and it's a tough place for away teams to come play basketball.
Bob, thanks for being alongside our guest, Bob Jackson, the president and CEO of HT Marketing. By the way, the largest distributor of Hawaiian Tropic. Great to have you alongside.
Thanks very much.
Great success with the new facility.
Thank you very much.
Our halftime score here at Racer Arena: Murray State leads Southeast 42-40. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
House company, your taste buds will agree how great Italian food can be. Taste and you see, linguini, fettuccini, ravioli. The Pasta House Company, Pasta House Company. Great Italian restaurant.
Come celebrate our 20th anniversary at the Pasta House Company in Cape, Carbondale, and Paducah.
Hi, I'm Chad Cochran, sales manager at Toyota of Maury, and I'd like to invite everyone to come by and see our brand new facility. And for a limited time, we're making special lease deals, like this 94 Camry fully loaded for only $279 per month, or how about this 94 Corolla for only $183 per month. Great deals, great service, and a great inventory. Come see how Toyota of Maury can make you a great deal on a new Toyota today. Better hurry to Toyota of Maury, where Toyotas cost less.
You're going to have to fight it to get what you need.
You just don't want to be a victim.
The thing is, it'll take a long time just to get the investigation.
The insurance settlement and take my advice, you'll see a professional.
You get what you pay for. When I was injured, most of the advice I got wasn't worth much. Then I talked to a law firm whose business is settling cases like mine. They talked to me for free, but what they did for me was worth a lot.
The law office of Patrick Davis helps accident victims. Call 334-4448. We're in your corner.
Honey, have you seen my garden hose? Never mind, dear. I found it.
Are you still stumbling around looking for your stuff? Well, with a Cook Portable Warehouse, you'll always know where to find it. Plus, you'll get a lifetime warranty against decay and termites.
Honey, I need my bowling ball.
So when you need room for your stuff, call the Stuff Line at 1-800-772-STUFF for the dealer nearest you.
Tonight's halftime statistics are brought to you by St. Francis Medical Center, the center of specialized health care.
We're at the half at Murray State. You can see one of the Racer Mania. They love their basketball here at Murray State University, and well, they should. 14-4 overall, 7-1 in the OVC. But Southeast Missouri loves its basketball, and these two teams have come to play tonight. No doubt about that. Anybody's ball game here at the half. 42-40. Murray State leads it by 2.
Ron, the first half of this one's been everything that I expected it would be. It's been everything that the fans here wanted it to be. It's been everything that our viewers wanted it to be. It's been a good ball game. It's, again, not for the faint-hearted. These two teams came into this ball game not liking each other, a lot on the line. The Racers are 10-1. Their only loss coming to the hands of ranked St. Louis University earlier in the season. On the other hand, the Indians, they've been awfully good at home, 7-2 in the Show Me Center. Home court advantage is very, very good for both teams, but if you're Coach Ron Shoemate, you got to be pleased only being down by the league leader here in the Ohio Valley Conference by 2 points in the first 20 minutes of this ball game.
And we can take a look at the first half statistics. Southeast Missouri State, as we take a look, hitting 39% from the field, 16 of 41, while Murray State 15 of 34 for 44%. Southeast 6 of 7 free throws, 85%, while Murray State was 8 of 10 for 80%. Murray has a 2-rebound advantage, 24-22, and a surprising statistic, Southeast only 5 turnovers, Murray with 11. If you look at these two clubs on the season, you might think that's reversed. That's a big reason. Southeast is in this basketball game. They've only turned it over 5 times.
You bet. Well, again, looking at our St. Francis Medical Center first half stats, 44 and 39, no real surprise there, but Southeast likes to get up. They're going to have to get it up over that 40. Free throws, 85 and 80%, both shooting outstanding from the free throw line. This game's going to boil down to maybe some free ones at the charity stripe as we get closer to the end of the second half.
Well, and Southeast hit only 2 of 9 from three-point range, and Curtis Shelton didn't get a 3. You probably figure that he's going to get his before this game's over. Here's a look at Shelton on one of his drives.
Here's one, Curtis Shelton inside, and here is a block by that is Michael James, 6'8" center out of Gary, Indiana. James had some nice block work, and so did Antoine Teague, and here we go. Here is one of the stuffs in our ball game here in the first half. We're going to see it right there by Antoine Horde, 6'6" forward, and he is a big guy, but Antoine Teague with some blocks. That dunk right there may be one of our candidates for our Cook Portable Warehouse stuff of the game.
And Luther Bonds had a great stuff on a feed from Freshwater, the old alley-oop, and he put it away. So there have been some great plays in this basketball game, and it's a great basketball game. 42-40 the score. Southeast Missouri State trailing Murray State. Let's take a look now at Freshwater.
Freshwater into the front court, throws the perfect alley-oop, and the finish, the slam by Luther Bonds. The timing was absolutely perfect, and that one's going to rank very, very high in our Cook Portable Warehouse stuff of the first half.
Well, the teams are back out on the floor going through their warm-ups prior to getting this second half underway. We hope you're enjoying the action. We remind you that Southeast Missouri State will be at the Show Me Center Saturday night to go against Morehead State and Dick Fick. Dick Fick's worth the price of admission. This coach from Morehead State, he does all the wild antics, and he'll be at the Show Me Center on Saturday night, and then Eastern Kentucky will be at the Show Me Center on Monday night. Murray State plays the teams just in reverse. They have Eastern Kentucky here at Racer Arena on Saturday night. We hope you'll come out and back the Racers. Then on Monday night, they'll have Dick Fick and the Morehead State Eagles. So Southeast and Murray State are paired up in the OVC, so they play the same teams. Whoever Southeast plays on Saturday night, Murray plays on Monday night, and vice versa.
You know, Ron, we've got a talented coaching staff on both sides of the basketball tonight. We've got a lot of talent here on this floor. We're going to have a hard time picking out a Patrick Davis player of the game before this one's over.
Well, there have been a lot of good plays, and there is good play, and this one will go to the buzzer, I think, here tonight at Murray State. Right now, the Racers have the better of it, 42-40. We'll be back with the second half tip-off after this.
Tonight's halftime statistics have been brought to you by St. Francis Medical Center, the center of specialized health care.
Parsons Motor Company, your full-line GM dealer, has the largest selection of new and used cars and trucks in the area. Choose from a wide variety of classy Cadillacs. Ride in comfort with Oldsmobile. Take it to the limit with a Chevrolet. Or kick back in an economical Geo. When you're serious about buying a car or truck, then come to Parsons Motor Company. They will not be undersold. Parsons Motor Company, Highway 45 North in Mayfield, Kentucky.
Driver, do you have any Bud Light in your vehicle?
Yes.
Then I am Mr. Galliweekich.
You mean Dr. Galakowicz?
Yes, I am. This is so cool.
First time in a limo? Doctor?
In a limo this small.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
It's 42-40. Murray State leading Southeast Missouri at the half.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Southeast Missouri Hospital, your healthcare team for life, and by Budweiser, Beechwood Age, for a crisp, clean, classic taste. Great basketball here on Fox 23 KBSI. Ron, 42-40. I'm awful glad I'm alongside for this one tonight.
Well, it's a good one. Individually, Luther Bonds had 10 points for Southeast, 6 points from Peely Robinson, 5 for Jamal Morgan, and 6 for Matt Sisley. The leaders for Murray State, Marcus Jones off the bench had 8. Marcus Brown had 7. Lawrence Bussell 6. The Racers have the ball to start the second half. And they have Gum and Brown at the guards. They've got James at center, and Bussell is at one of the forwards along with Wilson. So Wilson comes out high to take the basketball as they work against the Southeast man-to-man. Now Brown works to the baseline. Shot rejected by Bonds. Well, if they can block it one way, they can block it another. Luther Bonds went high to get that block.
Luther has about a 40-inch vertical jump along with Mike Crane. We're going to get one more good look at it. Watch the up and down movement of Luther Bonds.
And back to live action. Gum gets a 3. He was sort of silent in the first half with 2, but he comes out with a quick 3, and he has 5 points, and the Racers lead by 5. Johnson with the basketball into Morgan. Back to Johnson. Thought about the 3, gets it out to Freshwater. Freshwater threw it away out of bounds, but off of Wilson or James. It'll be Southeast basketball. The Indians will play it in from underneath. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Murray leading by 5, 45-40. Inside to Bonds. He tried to get it to Morgan, and ball loose, and James has the steal. There's the 6th turnover of the night for Southeast Missouri. Brown goes inside now to Wilson. His shot up and in, so Wilson scores. 5 straight points to start the second half for Murray State, and their 2-point lead is now 7, and that's Murray's biggest lead of the night. And Southeast throws it away. Bonds tried to get it to Johnson. Lead pass to Bustle, too far. Well, the Racers returned the favor. Southeast hit by the... I guess bragged a bit on them, saying they only had 5 in the first half, but they've had 2 in the first minute and a half of the second half.
Certainly have. Coach Shoemate going to his bench now. Healy Robinson checking in. Luther Bonds will check out, gets a seat alongside. Defense is going to be mighty important here in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half here. The Indians down by 7 now. They only trailed by 2 at halftime. Murray State has really kicked it up a notch here in the opening frame.
Now we've got some action underneath and a foul called underneath. And I'm not sure who it's on. Somebody was holding them. The foul was against Bustle, his first. So Bustle gets his first foul, first team foul of the second half. Murray State committed only 4 fouls in the first half. Now they have an early one here in the second half. Shelton outside, goes to Robinson. Back to Shelton, who has yet to score from 3 tonight. Johnson threw it away. The ball's knocked out of bounds. They're trying to get the ball into Morgan, and there's a lot of white jerseys with long arms in there to knock the ball away.
Yeah, and one of them with long arms, 6'8", senior Michael James. He can really stretch them long.
Now 3 by Johnson is no good, and Gum brings it back in a hurry for the Racers, who lead by 7. Nobody picks him up, so he goes to the hole and is fouled. So Gum will get a pair of free throws. The foul is on Freshwater. We'll take another look at it.
Here's Cedric Gum, the floor marshal and leader. Anyway, he took it on down the hoop and was hammered. He'll go to the line for a pair here. Gum overall on the season, a 61% free throw shooter.
And he misses this one. He had been 2 of 2 thus far tonight. He has 5 points. Gets another free throw. The Racers have their biggest lead of the night, 7 points, 47-40. 18:06 remaining in the basketball game from Racer Arena. Second free throw is good for Gum. He has 6 points, 48-40. And Southeast still looking for its first points of the second half. Johnson one-on-one against Brown. Threw it away! And Gum has it for Murray State. Gum throws it up, and they missed the slam. Gum gets the rebound, back up, no good. Tipped up again, no good. Morgan finally clears it out for Southeast. Well, the Racers tried the alley-oop, and they didn't get it, and Southeast has the basketball. Ron Shoemate's just saying, get a basket, get a free throw, get anything. The Indians haven't scored here in the second half. Freshwater in, shoots it off the glass, no good. Rebound to Johnson, back up, got it. Good offensive rebound by Mark Johnson, who has 5 points, 48-42 Murray. Gum right back, shot blocked by Morgan. Back out to Brown for a 3, no good. Rebound to Morgan. Well, Morgan got a block, and then he got the rebound. The big kid from Washington, D.C. playing well for Southeast. Underneath to Robinson, his shot is good. Well, the Indians come right back.
2 unanswered buckets now by Southeast to get them back by 4.
And Brown coast to coast.
How do you defend something like that? He tossed that in on the move, Ron, and it went down nothing but rope for Brown.
50-44, a 6-point lead. Scott Edgar wearing out the official Kevin Fair as he goes in front of the bench. Shelton back for Southeast to the baseline. Gets it out to Robinson, away to Freshwater. Inside to Johnson, reverse layup, good. Nice ball movement by Southeast. 7 points for Johnson. A long one by Brown, no good. Rebound to Morgan. Southeast has the ball, trailing by 4.
He was past the NBA arc that time.
Now another bad pass, and the ball goes to Murray State. Southeast turning it over with a reckless abandon here at the start of the second half. James, long jumper. No good. Rebound Bustle. His shot is no good, but he was fouled. So the foul is on Freshwater, his 3rd. So the little guy has 3. And Bustle goes to the line to shoot a pair. Well, I tell you, they're banging out there pretty good. Now Brooks will replace Shelton in the lineup as Coach Scott Edgar talks it over with Cedric Gum. Coach Edgar can't be all that pleased with the way things are proceeding. Southeast hanging right with the Racers here tonight. Off the front of the rim for Bussell. He'll get another free throw. Take another look at the foul.
Here's the foul. Here is the beautiful pass, a beautiful shot along the baseline. On the move, here is the shot up and in. That was just earlier in the action, and what a great move by Murray State.
Well, Bussell gets one of the free throws, and Murray leads by 5. And now we've got a foul called on the Indians. It's on Freshwater, and that's 4 on Freshwater. That's trouble. With a pressing defense like Murray State has, you don't want your only good ball handler out of there. Well, they say that's just third. I had maybe one extra one, so that's 3 on Freshwater. Back in a hurry, Horde lays it away to Teague. His shot is no good. Rebound to Morgan. And Freshwater brings it back. Now Johnson in the key, goes back out. They work it around. Trailing by 5, Southeast Missouri with the basketball. We're down to 15 on the shot clock. Good man-to-man defense by Murray State.
Great matchup out on top, Cedric Gum and Freshwater.
Got the ball to Robinson, and Robinson scored. Robinson has 10. It's a 3-point game, 51-48. Good patience that time by Southeast. They got a good shot.
Very good patience, and might have got a little help with the tip.
Horde shot up and in. Horde got around Robinson on the other end and got the 2-pointer. He has 4. 53-48 Murray. No figure 8 now for Southeast to set up their offense. Brooks guarded by a Horde. Gets the ball to Freshwater. Now Johnson, Ron Shoemade saying reverse the basketball. Johnson goes into the middle, puts a shot up, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Southeast basketball. So the Indians get it from underneath. We have a timeout on the floor with a score. Murray State 53, Southeast Missouri 48. One of the top players for Florida. In fact, he was the SEC player of the week in that division last year. So a former Carbondale High School player, one of the leaders for Florida. Johnson inbounds it to Morgan, and the Indians work it against the Murray State man-to-man.
Murray State in that man almost all evening long and caused a little bit of problems here in the opening first 4 minutes of the ball game here in the second half.
Teague with the rejection, but the Indians get it back. Robinson with it, rejected again, but that's a 2-pointer.
On its
Robinson
way down.
Gets it.
Good call by the official. The basketball was certainly on its way down, and the bucket will count for the Indians of Southeast Missouri State.
And Teague comes the other way for the dunk. He missed it, but he was fouled. Brooks lands up in the first row, but he hits the foul, and Teague goes to the free throw line.
Good effort by Keith Brooks, challenging 6'10" senior Antoine Teague. Teague tried to take it down home for the Phi Slamma Jamma, and it wouldn't go. I'd trade a foul right here for a slam, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you give it sure 2. As the foul, this time Freshwater leaves the lineup. It is replaced by Sutton, and Johnson leaves the lineup, replaced by Curtis Shelton. I know Southeast fans would like to see Shelton get on one of those hot streaks, 2 or 3 threes. He has yet to make a 3 tonight.
4th in the country from three-point land.
Teague gets the free throw down, and he's 3 out of 3 from the line tonight. He'll get another.
First half, 2 of 9 from three-point land for Southeast, and Murray State was 4 of 12, so nobody really lighting them up big time.
Southeast doing some substituting. Bonds comes back in, replacing Robinson, and Sicily comes in, replacing Morgan.
Pretty tough to get the threes down, Ron, when both teams are playing that man-to-man defense.
Yeah, they don't give you much room to operate. Now a double team against Sutton. He gets the ball to Brooks. Brooks across the timeline to Shelton. Shelton to Sicily. Sicily back to Shelton. Southeast works against the man-to-man. Shelton open, now goes baseline, in trouble amongst the big guys, flips it out front, and Sutton was fouled by Bussell. Bussell knocks Sutton down and gets his second foul. Second team foul against the Racers. Only their 6th foul called tonight. And we take another look at it. He just was out of control a bit as he was coming out and ran into Sutton. And the ball goes underneath to Sisley. Sisley against Teague. Changed his shot, and a foul is called. And it's going to go the other way. The foul is against Bonds. 5th team foul of the half against Southeast. It will not be a shooting foul. But Murray State gets the basketball, leading by 5. Ron Shoemate looking down the bench. He'll go to Derek White. And White will come in, replacing Brooks.
Both teams very deep, Ron. You know, they can go 10 or 11 deep. That's what Coach Edgar and Coach Shoemate both told me before tonight's ball game. They're going to play a lot of players tonight, and they've both done just that.
Now White immediately fouls Jones. Well, that's not what Ron Shoemate wanted. That's team foul number 6 as White gets the foul. Southeast going full court, man-to-man. Jones and Gum are the guards. Rainey also in there. They get the ball to Teague. When you're in trouble against the press, sometimes you throw it up to the tallest guy out there, and that's Teague. Jones gets it across the timeline. And he loses it to Shelton. Shelton brings it back for Southeast. Fires a 3. Will this be the one off the front of the rim? No good. Rebound to Murray. The Racers on the run. Jones goes inside to Horde. Horde to Rainey, and Rainey is fouled. No, they're going to say it's a jump ball. The other official says it's a foul. And so Benny Adams gets the better of it. Let's take a look.
You be the judge on this one. The official that had possession called. Here's another reverse look at it.
Well, I think that's definitely a block by Shelton, but I think the back official said that Sisley fouled him earlier. I hope, because that looked like he had all ball as he went up. But Rainey goes to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
68% free throw shooter. You're watching Fox 23 KBSI, serving Southeast Missouri, Southern Illinois, and Western Kentucky.
Rainey hits the free throw. He was the most valuable player in the Georgia-Tennessee All-Star game last year after he led Fairleigh High School in Memphis to a 37-1 record and the Tennessee State Championship. Gum leaves the lineup now, replaced by Moore. The Murray lead is 650-650. 13-17 remaining in the game from Racer Arena. He got nothing but net. So Rainey doing a good job off the bench, has 5. Now a steal by Murray. Jones has the basketball. They can hurt you with those quick steals off of the pressing defense. Jones now guarded by Sutton out front. And Jones drives to the hoop, shot up, no good. And it's a charge against Jones. So Jones gets the foul. His first, 3rd team foul of the half against Murray State.
Gonna get a look at it again as you see that Luther Bonds slides over in front of Jones as he comes down on Luther Bonds for the foul to whistle on the inbound.
And now Jones fouls Shelton on the inbound. So Jones gets 2 fouls in a row. And Southeast will play the ball in. That is the 4th foul of the half against Murray State. Southeast has already committed 7 fouls. Inbounds pass to White, back to Sisley. Threw it away, but Freshwater retrieves it. Freshwater to Sisley to White. The Indians are across the timeline, and then they throw it away. Well, now they say Murray State touched it. Well, Southeast threw the ball away, but a Murray State racer got a hand on it, and it'll be Southeast basketball. Keely Robinson back into the Southeast lineup, replacing Sisley. And the crowd is a little upset. Shelton from 3. No good off the front of the rim. Shelton can't buy a 3. And back in a hurry, and a layup by Rainey. 60-50. Murray State has a 10-point lead. Now Robinson is fouled by Rainey. Now they say it's not Rainey. The foul is against Jones. He has 3. 5 fouls against Murray State, 3 against Rainey. 3 against Jones, excuse me. And they say Racers had 1 too many points. It's 59-50. Robinson with the ball, down to Bonds. To Shelton. Oh, he is mugged big time. I think it was not planned that way, but Moore went airborne and then landed with his feet around the neck of Curtis Shelton. So Moore will get the foul. His first. 5th team foul. 6th team foul.
We're going to get a little discussion along the sideline. Coach Scott Edgar and one of the officials having a little, I'm sure they're not exchanging pleasantries.
I think they're going to call it an intentional foul. A flagrant foul. Edgar takes the coat off, and he throws it into the stands. Scott Edgar's not a happy camper. Shelton will get 2 free throws, and Southeast will get the basketball. Nothing at the bottom of the net for Curtis Shelton. Shelton on the season hitting 87% of his free throws.
Near the top, or if he's not at the top of the OVC.
He was the best free throw shooter in the OVC last year. Right now he's 3rd, but right in the hunt. Hits them both, and Southeast gets the ball, trailing by 7, 59-52.
This could be a big, big possession.
Moore on Freshwater out front. I tell you, there's a lot of contact right now. Ball goes to Sisley, and he is fouled. And Jones is going crazy. He's going to get a tee. He got it.
He's out of here.
Jones gets the tee. And he got ejected. Jones gets the tee and the ejection. Southeast will get 2 more free throws and the basketball.
Well, after the last intentional foul called on Murray State, then another one called on Marcus Jones. We're going to get a look at it again. You can see the push from behind on Sicily. And when the whistle on the foul, Marcus Jones showed his displeasure, and the officials certainly trying to take charge of this ball game. A technical foul, and Jones of Murray State is gone.
Well, at the free throw line, Sicily will shoot 1 and 1. Then Shelton will shoot 2. Then Southeast gets the basketball. This could be a 7-point possession if Southeast makes the most of it, and that would tie the game.
Our officials out of the Southeastern Conference, out of the SEC, these guys have worked some huge basketball games. The official at the center court now, he worked, I know, recently an Arkansas game.
That's Kevin Fair. He is the referee in tonight's ball game. KT Day, veteran SEC official, is a guy who called the technical on Jones. Sisley hits the free throw. Well, Southeast with an opportunity to do some good from the free throw line. There's Edgar going at it with Kevin Fair, the SEC official. He's the head official tonight. Sisley hits them both. Now Shelton gets 2 more. It's 59-54.
Marcus Jones, the racer that just left the ball game, take 14 points out of your lineup, as again you can see 3rd-year head coach of the Racers, Scott Edgar, talking it over with one of the officials.
Well, Shelton hits 1 of 2, and Southeast gets the basketball. 59-55. Racers by 4. Southeast with the basketball. The Racer fans inching out onto the floor here. There'll be a student taking a pass before long. To our left is Freshwater with the basketball. To Shelton. Inside to Robinson, to Sisley. Sisley shot off the glass. It's good. Nice move by Sisley.
That was a huge basket by Sicily. In traffic, used the glass, the kiss down through, back within 2. It's a 2-point ball game.
Now Shelton knocks the ball out of bounds, and here comes Gum back in the lineup. Well, he's like your general on the floor, and we'll have a timeout. Great basketball game with 11:48 remaining. It's Murray State 59, Southeast Missouri 57.
Hi, I'm Chad Cochran, sales manager at Toyota of Maury, and I'd like to invite everyone to come by and see our brand new facility. And for a limited time, we're making special lease deals like this 94 Camry fully loaded for only $279 per month, or how about this 94 Corolla for only $183 per month. Great deals, great service, and a great inventory. Come see how Toyota of Maury can make you a great deal on a new Toyota today. Better hurry to Toyota of Maury, where Toyotas cost less.
What do your car and your heart have in common? They both need preventive maintenance to make sure they run smoothly. Just as you bring your car to the mechanic, Bring your heart to St. Francis Medical Center for one of our Wednesday morning heart checks. Blood pressure, cholesterol, and other screenings are available through the Heart Institute at St. Francis. It's fast, convenient, and you don't need an appointment. We won't change your oil, but we might change the way you think about your heart. St. Francis Medical Center, the center of specialized health care.
They're back. The Taco Bell Wild Tacos and Burritos. As tasty as the originals, with one little difference. They're hot, man.
Tomorrow night at 9, don't miss another new episode of the science fiction thriller Babylon 5. Tune in tomorrow night at 9 for Babylon 5, only on Fox 23 KBSI. Don't touch that dial. A dandy here from Racer Arena.
Murray State with the basketball in a 2-point lead. Southeast Missouri in a zone defense, a 1-3-1 zone. And they've hit the ball to Gum. And in the corner to Brown. Southeast has used a 1-2-2. And now they use a 1-3-1. Ball knocked out of bounds. Murray will play it in. Only 8 seconds left on the shot clock as Brown will inbound it. Southeast will go man-to-man. Ball comes to Moore.
Outside shooting ability by Moore. Classic shooter.
And a drive is no good. Tonight's attendance, 3,825, and they're seeing a good one. Robinson with the basketball, has it knocked out of bounds by Brown. Southeast will play it in from side court. The Indians trail by 2. They could tie with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. As Sisley will play it in. Sisley with 10 points tonight. And the Indians work it. Sisley fires again off the back of the rim. And the ball ricochets to Brown. Knocked away by Sisley. And a foul called on Sisley. So Sisley gets the foul, his third. That is the 8th team foul against Southeast, so it will be a 1-and-1 free throw opportunity coming up. Take another look.
Here's the drive into midcourt, and Sisley, obviously, from our perspective, got a little bit of hand. And again at the line, Marcus Brown, 85% free throw shooter, will go to the line. Matt Sisley picks up another foul. Matt's had a good ball game here tonight.
Yeah, 10 points for Sisley. And maybe a little contact. It always amazes me in these games sometimes, and the officials have the toughest job in this place tonight, but you'll see mayhem out there, people knocking bodies, and then there'll be a touch foul, but you have to keep the game under control.
You bet.
Brown misses the free throw, and Morgan gets the rebound. So Brown, an uncharacteristic miss, and Southeast could tie with a basket. And Bonds drives in, back out to Shelton, guarded by Moore. Crane threw it away. Ball loose on the floor. Murray State has it.
Probably not good pass selection by Mike Crane.
And they lose it again. Ball loose. Shelton has it. Moore has it.
Please just go with me.